Hello, everyone. My name is Brandon Jewell, and I'm with the Career Technical Education Foundation. And today we are interviewing Joshua Baumgardner of EG Gallo. And we're going to talk a little bit about his career as well as some of the skills and certificates and education you need to be successful within the wine industry. So hello, Joshua.
Hi, Brandon. How's it going?
I'm doing well. So I am going to start, Joshua, simply by asking you what it is that you do at EG Gallo.
First of all, thank you for allowing me to participate in this and give some time to explore what Gallo has to offer. But also for myself, 13 years of Gallo, I've actually done a fair amount from a lot of what you think of a wine company does with making wine from grapes. I've done some maintenance work as well, but my current role has to do with training and teaching others on primarily making wine. Typically the historical things of moving wine from a tank or a barrel, crushing grapes, and all the way to the bottling. So I help with creating training and writing lessons for that. So I'm almost a teacher.
Very cool. What is it that drew you to the wine industry?
A little bit of luck. My education is actually engineering, but I'm local to California. I went to school away from California and then came back. So a little bit of luck brought me into it, but more what got me excited was the people aspect of it. Because I'm local to California and I grew up around Gallo in the Modesto area, and I'm from the Bay Area, it's all about people. And that was the one big thing that got me excited to be a part of this team.
Very cool. So you moved away and then came back, and you're in Sonoma County now.
I'm in Napa County.
You're in
So
now.
my role services both the Napa County Gallo wineries and also the Sonoma County wineries. So I do a fair amount of travel between on a weekly basis. I have 6 wineries that I'm responsible for creating, training, and helping others learn to continue to make great wine.
So what is it about your job when you're training others to make great wine? What is it about your job that you really like?
Oh, the exciting part is the people. I get to share my knowledge over the course of 13 years with individuals that are learning wine for the first time, and how to make it. What is turning those grapes into a really neat bottle of wine? It's almost a little bit romantic in the sense of I get to make really great wines, but more to the point of what gets me excited every single day is I get to work with some really great people, all walks of life, different backgrounds. We have individuals that come from out of the country that work for us. I get to interact with a lot of great people, and it makes me smile every single day.
So Gallo is huge. Gallo is,
Gallo,
how
Gallo is
big
large.
is Gallo really?
Oh, we've got somewhere around 4,000 employees total. Our organization does span the globe. So we do have employees in the United Kingdom. We do have them in China. We do have them in Africa as well. So we're all over the place. Our home base is in Modesto, so it's California local. But Gallo, the family, has strong ties to the Sonoma region. A lot of family ties, a lot of where Gallo kind of started is not well known, but it has roots within the Sonoma County. And that's where, when we branched out of Modesto, we came to Sonoma first. And we call this our second home.
Very cool. So in your job and in some of the jobs, I guess, within EG Gallo, which I'm sure there is a whole plethora of different jobs and titles. But what are some of the key skills? And I mean softer skills, as well as maybe some of the technical skills. Like, what are some of the skills that you need to really be successful at EJ Gallo?
Sure. Um, One of the big things is being open to change. So as we're having to learn this whole new distance learning environment, it's being adaptable to that change and being comfortable with change,
Mm-hmm.
uh, knowing change is going to come. So it's a hard kind of skill to define, but the big one is just being comfortable with it. Um, but also in succeeding with change, problem solving. So anything from mathematics to even the problem solving of reading through literature and getting the finer points of anything that you read from. It's that problem solving and making
Mm-hmm.
connections. Um, Technical skills as far as how to make wine, it ranges. We have bottling computers and machinery that can be operated, so you may not necessarily physically handle a whole bunch, but you have to be comfortable with working with computers and following programming.
Mm-hmm.
We also have maintenance roles where you get your hands dirty every single day, but you take apart some pretty big equipment and some pretty small equipment uh, and put it all back together again so you can continue to make great wine. We do have because our organization is large, we also have individuals that are all about the money. It's finance, it's numbers, it's math, it's intense. Uh, but there are individuals that have a lot of fun with it. Um, we also have a lot of creativity. So just being comfortable with thinking outside the box. The skill set regarding creativity and artistic ability, we create a lot of our own labels. We do a lot of our own marketing and working with people. So just having that creative sense is also
Mm-hmm.
valued within our organization.
Well, considering that you guys are worldwide, I can imagine the sales and marketing team that has to think up all of those, labels and advertisements and all of that.
It's our two main parts of the business, historically, and also it's true today. So Gallows is around 70, oh no, sorry, 87 years, 1933. I got to do the math on that. So I think it's about 87 years, if the math is right. Um,
Don't
but
look
yeah,
over there.
the main two things of the organization is about the sales and marketing side of it, and also the production side. So the sales and marketing is 100% all about the people. You build relationships, you build trust, you learn how to communicate, you learn how to um, work with different backgrounds and different organizations across the company and across the country as well, and globally. So you have to be comfortable being able to communicate. And then the production side of it is all about grapes to wine. So those two core fundamentals make up Gallo. And as you mentioned earlier, we have a wide range of opportunities within just those two areas.
Well, let me ask you about those particular opportunities, because this video is for mainly high school students that are going to be watching this as they start to explore some of the career opportunities that are out there. And a lot of the high schoolers are thinking to themselves, well, I'm not old enough to drink wine. What are the opportunities for somebody who may not be 21 to work within the wine industry?
There's actually a fair amount. It does revolve around internships. We also do a lot of seasonal workforce to get the grapes in during the fall and turn it into wine. And that seasonal workforce doesn't have to be 21 to operate equipment, to drive forklifts, to move wine from tank to tank. Uh, you you're not tasting anything,
Mhm.
so it's easy to be a part of this team when you're under 21 years old. A lot of our wineries offer these programs yearly. The internship program is something that we're continuing to expand and build upon. So there's more to come with that in the future. But the seasonal workforce, all of our sites look for that help. And it's a great way to just try something. And even if you're not interested in wine, it's a great opportunity just to see, do you like working and getting your hands dirty? Do you like working in outside environments?
Hmm.
Are you comfortable with extreme heats or extreme colds? It gives you just a sense of, is this something I want to do?
Hmm.
And it's a great opportunity to try something. It lasts only about 3 months, but it's 3 months of exploring yourself and figuring out, is this something that I want to do or an environment that I like?
Hmm. And there are internship possibilities for students, well, say maybe after this whole pandemic thing.
Yes, yes. So it's an avenue we are aggressively pursuing over the last couple of years, and we're looking to try to do something this year. Um, it's very small in scope. I think we're only going to have a handful, maybe 1 to 2 to 3 openings for it. It will be in the Sonoma region though,
Hmm.
uh, and it is primarily trying to get high school students exposed to some of our business. Um, I don't know much on the details. I'm not necessarily leading that particular team at this time, but it is meant to help explore what can Gallo offer, and also what does the wine industry offer as well.
So as we wrap up here, I want to ask you a pretty important question that I think a lot of the high school students that are watching this are going to really take in. What is one piece of advice that you could give to the high school students who are thinking to themselves, I'm not really sure what I want to do. I might kind of understand some of my interests and some of my skills, but um, I'm just looking around, I'm exploring. What is one piece of advice you can give to those students?
Sure. Um, don't be afraid to try. It's you. It's almost also to say, don't be afraid to fail. Um, you want to fail fast at trying something, so it's not fail at school, but it is go out, try a career, go out and try a job, and allow yourself to fail at it to understand, is this really what I want? Um,
You learn from it, yeah.
you learn from it. Exactly. I have a 4-year college degree, but it took me 9 years to get the darn thing. And part of that was because I was failing at uh, different ideas. I thought I wanted to be a biologist. I thought I wanted to be a doctor. I thought I wanted to do finance types of things. It took me 5 years to really figure out what I wanted to do. And along that way, I got to discover more about myself, and find out what I really enjoyed. And I may be an engineer by education, which makes you think that I'm really good with numbers and I'm really good with maybe building things, but that's far from the fact. I
Mhm.
used it to learn problem solving skills
Mm.
to work with people, because people is what I found is what I enjoy. So for the high school students out there getting ready to look at what does this bring, especially with the current pandemic, uh, don't be afraid to try, don't be afraid to fail, and continue searching for something that you get excited about.
How could somebody get a hold of Gallo if they wanted to try some of these experiences that you speak of, whether internships or entry level positions?
The best way to take a look is through our website. It is gallo.com. There is a careers section within that website that does have some information. That's typically where we post anything that is local, and you can even find some of our global positions that are open as well. So that's the best place to look for us. The internships, because they are local to the Sonoma region, some of that information may come through school job boards or the school career counselors, but given the current situation with the pandemic, my recommendation would be going to our website.
Okay, sounds good. Well, once again, thank you, Joshua, for your time today. Really appreciate it. And hopefully you have a good rest of your day.
Of
Shelter in
course,
place.
of course, it's been my pleasure, and thank you for the invite.
Thank you.